Okay, I think that's recording. Nope, not yet.
It did say recording a second
Okay,
ago.
good. I think I have it now. Okay. Tonight we're going to talk about how to earn a trip, and in particular, we're going to talk about how to earn the Disney trip, the next trip that's coming up. And one of the first things we want to talk about a little bit, and you guys feel free to jump in and ask a question anytime. I'm just going to give you some information, but if you have a specific question about that information, go ahead and ask it. It's okay. So I don't know if you've seen the flyers or not. Let me see if I can get one up here. No, not that one. Okay. They have 3 different brochures that you can use for the Disney trip. They even have one that, let me get back to you guys. Okay. They even have one that you can give to your recruits, potential recruits. Sorry, this has taken me so long. Okay, here we go. You guys did, I'm not, okay, here we go. I think this is it. No.
Aha, there we go.
You got it? Okay.
Screen now.
Okay, now I've got to get back on somehow. I can hear you guys, but I can't see you. So do you see the brochure?
We see your desktop.
Ah, you see my desktop. Okay, great. Here we go. There we go. Woohoo!
There it
I'm
is.
so proud of myself when I finally succeed at something, you know? Okay, so here is the brochure for the trip. And as you can see, you need points to earn the trip. And for every $1 that you have in sales, you get a point. You get 1 point towards the trip. Okay, so just quickly, to earn a vacation for 1, you need 39,000 travel points. For 2, 65,000. For 3, 75. For 85. And then for 5, a whole family, 95,000. So it's a lot of points, but you also have through the end of January of 2017 to earn these points. So that's a long time, you know, to do that. So I don't know if you're going for 1. If you go for 1, you earn it for 1, then you can buy in for another one if you want. I think you can buy in for up to 3 people. I believe that's what it says. There's also, throughout the months we're doing this, there'll be points awarded for different things. Of course, for your personal sales, and then also for the sales for all your personal recruits. That means if you sponsor somebody in, and every $1 of sales that they have, you'll get a point towards your trip. So sponsoring people in is really helpful during this time if you want to earn a trip like this. They can help you earn it. They can earn it themselves, and they can help you earn it as well. So if you have a friend that you'd like to go to Disney with, definitely call them up and see if they'd like to join you in this endeavor, and you can work on it together. You get 250 points for every personal recruit that is success bound. And then if you promote to team leader, you get 1,000 travel points, which is nice. And if you promote out a team leader, you get another 1,000 points. If you promote to a higher level, you get another 1,000 points. So you see all these different things that you can get points on. And the real secret for earning a trip is to take every point you can. Do everything you can possibly achieve to get the points, and they all add up to earning you a trip. So some of the tips I have for you tonight on earning the trip, and I think the biggest one is come out of the gate running. So the trip started actually last month. So if you had sales last month in May, all those points count, which is great for your own personal sales. If you have any recruits that are in their incentive period right now, their points will count as well. from now, though, every recruit that's in their incentive period, their sales count towards your points. But also everyone that you sponsor in from now on, their sales will count. So if you have sponsored in recruits and they're out of their incentive period, their sales won't count towards your trip. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Okay, so what does it mean to come out of the gate running? Rarely do people win the trip by accident. It's a planned endeavor. You plan it out, you sort it out and put sales in different parts and plan for it, and then it all adds up towards the end, and then you earn the trip. So one of the things I would tell you to do that's really important is to understand the requirements. Get this brochure. You can download it from your back office, or I can send it to you if you want. And so you can just study it a little bit and see what you need exactly to earn the trip. So you want to be aware of what it takes, first of all, to do it. And then I would tell you to set up a personal tracking system. You want a way to find out where you're at in the process of earning the trip, and also you don't want to get to the end and realize you only needed $100 more and you would have earned it. More than likely, the company is going to put up a personal tracker on your back office. They haven't done that yet.
Oh, I think they did today, Charlene.
They put it up today. Yay!
They put a coloring page up.
Oh, good. A coloring page too.
Yeah, I'm gonna snag it and post it to the group.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Because I do have it here. I can show you. I can bring it up.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Let me go get that right now. See if I can switch it over.
I saw that, Mandy. That was cool.
You see that?
Okay. Hold on. Here it is. Okay, so there's the coloring page. And that's fun. If you like to color and little things like this are going to help you earn this trip, by all means. Do everything you need to do to keep yourself motivated and inspired, and at least know what's going on along the way. So coloring this in would be kind of fun. You can use the tracker on the back office. Is there one on your back office page too?
That one I have. That one is not updated yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to put one up. They usually do, which it'll tell you. Usually it comes from the point of view of how much more you need to do to earn the trip. So as it starts, cutting it down. So you have this much more and this much more. So, alrighty. So find whatever works for you. Coloring the page, just following the tracker on your back office, or maybe you'd like to keep like a running incentive of how many more recruits you want to get, so on and so forth. Okay. Then you want to look at what it takes for what you want to win, and then break it down into monthly accomplishments. So to have 39,000, let's just say 40,000 in points to get. If you did 5,000 in sales every month, you would have the trip for one. And that's if you just personally do it. That's not with any recruits or any extra bonuses or anything like that. So you see how if you add people into the mix who are also selling for you, for themselves, and then for you, it just so happens to count for you, it can add up pretty quickly. So if you have a little team working with you, you could do half of the 5,000. And they do the other half in sales, or maybe they'll do 4,000 and you'll do 1,000 every month. However, it's going to work out. So, but I would shoot for a lot. I would shoot for more than you think you're going to need, so that you easily earn it. And then if you quickly make it to earning it for one, you can go for earning it for two. Maybe you want to start out earning it for two, or maybe you want to start out earning it for 5. It's up to you. This is the first year they've ever offered a way to earn it for 5 people. Normally, you can earn it for 2 at the most. And this is really nice that they've upped it, so we can all take our families if we want, or just our husband. Okay. So do look at the points you need to earn what you want and break them down into monthly goals. And then also think about how much do you think you're going to be able to do in a month, in a normal month, and then then the rest of it you'll need to have taken care of by recruits who are going to work with you on it. And so you need to get out and start sponsoring people in to do that. So I would suggest that you book 4 to 6 shows a month, but lean heavily on more towards the 6 side than the 4 side, because you know how sometimes people cancel. We are going into the easiest season of the year to earn a trip, because the fall selling is really great. You'll find that you can't do enough parties and everybody wants one, and you'll start even running out of time. I always tell people, when you're in the middle of it and you don't have any more space for parties, then start booking into January and February, and tell them, the people that want parties, tell them that they'll be the first one, the first of the year to see the new titles, and also they'll get the new catalog. And generally speaking, in January, they offer us double free books. Everybody, like the double free books that you got in your incentive period, the company lets everybody have it at a certain sales level, generally in January. Now, that's not a guarantee, but they have done it mostly every January for us to help us book during that time. February has something too, but we're just talking about the trip incentive period. So, okay, so you want to start booking up your calendar and getting 4 to 6 shows, leaning more heavily on the number 6. Another thing you want to do is get a few booths. A booth is a place where you're going to meet a mass amount of people in a short amount of time. So during this season also, there are tons of craft fairs out there, little bitty ones that cost you $20 to be there. You get a table and it's in a church basement. You know, you're going to meet a bunch of people there. Booths are really good for recruiting, because you run into a lot of people and you can offer them a packet of information if they'd like to read about the business opportunity. This season also is great because people need to make extra money so that they can pay for all those Christmas gifts they're buying. So they're often thinking of different things they can do. And then books make great gifts. So I would imagine most of your people will want to book in the fall so they can get their Usborne Christmas gifts for free and get them, you know, for Christmas. So booths are really nice. What you should do is Google holiday fairs or holiday marts, something like that, holiday craft shows, and then put your zip code in there, or the zip code you're willing to go to, and see what comes up, and then you can check them out. Be careful with booths, because you don't want to spend a lot of money on them, especially if you've never, you haven't done one before and you don't know what this particular booth is like, if you're going to even be able to make your money back or not. If it's a small little $20 booth, I would do it, because you'll definitely meet enough people to make your $20 worth it. You'll book some shows from it, and you will sell some books, and you might even find some recruits at these shows. So yeah, look around. It's really important. A little warning is that when you go to check out a booth, you must ask them if they've had an Usborne book rep last year. And if they haven't, fine, go ahead and sign up for it. But if they have, just walk away and leave it alone, because you can check back within 30 days of the booth to see if anyone's signed up for it. You can even tell them to put your name in as a backup, but you can't sign up for it if somebody else had it last year. Just know in the future you wouldn't want anybody to do that to you. So you want to not just randomly sign up for booths if you know somebody else has done it last year. More than likely they're going to do it again. But the rule is, after 30 days out, if they haven't signed up for it, then it's okay for you to take it, even though they did it last year. Okay? So yeah, see how many booths are kind of hard on your families, because you have to leave them for at least a whole day usually, if not 2 days, a whole weekend. And that's hard to get childcare and things like that. So Facebook parties are definitely easier, but this is a time you're going for a trip, so you might want to do some things that you don't normally do, or that you're not going to do in the future. Pick up these booths so that you can pick up some more recruits and some more home party leads. You really don't want to earn this trip alone. There are people who they do all the sales to earn the trip, but you're really working hard, and you don't have to, because if you sponsor in other people to do it along with you, you're helping them, you're giving them a job, you're also giving them the opportunity to earn the trip, and you are also giving them an opportunity to have a business just like you have, because most people don't know if they're going to like Usborne or not when they first try it. They hope they are, but they're not sure. But then they fall in love with the books, and they fall in love with the business opportunity, and they want to go on. It happens all the time. I have people who sign up routinely saying, I'm just going to do it for the discount, but then they're here 5 years later, and they've promoted to team leader, and they're moving up the ladder, and they absolutely love it, and it's changed their lives. It is a great opportunity. So when you do offer it to somebody else, you're not just being trying to get them to do something you want them to do. You're also showing them an opportunity that they may not have had if you don't offer it to them. So it's good to sponsor people in. Okay, so hopefully you understand that you can split if you have somebody else working with you, you can split how much you need to do every month in half. If you have, 3 people working with you, you can just divide it all up. So the more people you have working with you doing sales that you've sponsored in, the quicker you'll earn the trip, and the more of the trips you'll earn. You can go for the full 5 people if you want. And do the sales for all of it. It's amazing. And as you go along, another good reason why you should come out of the gate running is everybody's working up front right away. We're not waiting till the end. If you wait till the end to start recruiting people, they may not just have time to get started, And then this is the best time of year, so you want them to be ready for the fall selling season. So I would definitely put an emphasis this month in July on lots of recruiting and lots of sponsoring people and getting them ready to start selling during the fall selling season. So and another thing, what I love about this business, the same sales that you're earning commission on and you're earning the trip on will also earn you the promotion to become a team leader. The same people that you sponsor in who will help you earn the trip, and they'll also help you promote to team leader. So it's really nice. It's like it all just overlaps, and all the incentives, everything like that overlaps. You'll also be earning the home office challenges every month. So it all kind of works together, and you get a lot of reward for your same sales dollar. Hey, sweetie. Look how cute she is. Okay. So really important that you start today. And maybe you're just going to start planning, but get started. Don't wait any longer. You want to get going and start doing some sales, start getting your bookings in place. Now, you might say, well, how do I get started? I don't have anything on the calendar. Well, have your own Facebook party. So go ahead and book your own for this week, and go ahead and do one for you and your friends. And most people have more than one set of friends. If you really think about it, you probably have 10 different sets of friends. So why don't you go ahead and book a party with each set of friends, So this week you have your old college roommates and friends. Next week you have your church folks. You might even have a grandma Facebook party, Or you have a friend having a baby, do a baby shower Facebook party for her. Or do a live one. They're all very nice. So there's many different ideas that you can do Facebook parties with or live parties with that'll get you some bookings to get started. And then as you do your bookings, you're going to run into other people and book. Now, it's important that you expect to get bookings from all your home shows. My rule of thumb is that I like to get 3 bookings from each home show that I do. 3 is my goal. Of course, I'll take as many as I can get, but I'd like to work on 3. So that's just a really nice number, because one of those, out of those 3 shows, one of those persons are going to recruit for me, and I'll give them their shows more than likely. So I still have 2 more bookings that keep my business running. So I definitely like to book at least 3. You might set your goal to book 1 from each one to get started, but then quickly up it to 2, and then you can up it to 3, and do it that way. Now, there's a thing we do called Pretend Hostess, And it's a really neat tool that helps everybody see how generous the company is to their hostesses and how many free books you get. I would do some form of that, even on a Facebook party, even if you just show a picture and then the next one of more stacked books and the more stacked books, but do a form of pretend hostess. Okay, I'm going to take this page down, I think. Okay. Okay, there we go. Back to see you guys. All right. So anyway, how the people that are here, I wanted to ask you how this month is looking in terms of bookings. How are you so far this month? We'll talk about individually. Like Mandy, how are you doing with bookings for July? Well, let's talk about June. Are you muted? You might be muted. That's okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, so yeah, June was good for me. And July, I've got 3 Facebooks and 2 homes booked, I think.
Wow, very good.
Look,
So, yeah, if you just booked one more, you'd have 6, right? That's really nice. That's really good. Yeah.
And one is I'm gonna help Leanne. Are you still on here, Leanne?
Yeah, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
So she has a home party booked. She's done a couple Facebook parties. And
Congrats, Leanne. Great.
a home
Thank you.
party. I'm gonna help her with her first home party too. So I'm excited because she's gonna rock. She already is rocking.
Yeah, great. Great. So, Mandy, how many people in their incentive period on your team?
Well, all 3 of them are in there. Elena's is up July 1st.
Okay.
And then the other 2, Leanne is what? Are you a week or 2 weeks into it, or?
My incentive period ends the 29th of August.
Okay.
Great.
And then Stacy she just got her kit last week too, I think. So.
Okay, great. So you're in a good position then. That's great.
I think so. I'm
Yeah.
hoping.
That's good. And Leanne, you can earn the trip and you and Mandy can go on this trip together to celebrate.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and celebrate promotions too. Earn the trip
Yeah.
to do that. Well, that's great. Okay, so you've got one booking, Leanne. Do you have any more for?
Yeah, I actually have next week I have 2 Facebook parties and a home party.
Great.
And then I'm trying to get one for later this month. Communicating with the person. She said she wants to do later this month or later July.
Great.
So hopefully 4 parties total so far for
That's
July.
great. Well, great. That's you're having a quick start here too. That's really great. So can you think of anybody that you might want to do like a baby shower Facebook party for, or
possibly? I have a best friend that's pregnant and due in November, so maybe for her.
Yeah, that'd be great. Here's the scoop. All you can do is think of the idea and offer it to people. It's really up to them if they want to or not. So you don't have to feel like, how do I talk them into this? That's really not the name of the game. You just ask if they want it. Great. If they don't, just keep your doors open. Don't burn any of your bridges and say, well, I understand. I'll talk to you later in the year or something like that. They may even want to not do it now, but they might want to do it closer to the fall, Christmas selling season. So I have a word picture that describes it. Think of your business like a big pot of stew sitting on the stove, and it's been sitting there for a while, so you can't really see what's in it, because it's all settled a little bit. So you take a big wooden spoon and you stir it, and then you can see the carrots and potatoes and the meat. Everything starts kind of floating to the top. Well, that's the way your business is. And as you stir it by making phone calls or messaging or asking people, would you be interested in this? Would you like to do that? Then you find out who is interested and you find out where your business is. You can kind of see it. And from all of these things, as you're stirring, you're going to run into other people and you're going to find out the ones who want to do something like this. And the same is true in recruiting. Just stir the pot, keep asking and looking, and you'll discover it. So.
So quick question on a baby shower Facebook party, how do you go about that? Like logistically, are all the purchases for that hostess, or is it the hostess rewards, or she's just going to cash in and make her library?
Yeah, it can be any of that.
Okay.
It can be any of that. So I would definitely have her make a wish list if people wanted to buy, And then generally, though, there is a little bit of logistics in terms of if somebody lives in another state than her. You can take the order over the phone, or have a message the order and you put it in through Order Pro, and it all ships, any of the books through that they want to give. Let's say they want to buy, 5 books for their family, but one of those books they want to give to the hostess for her baby shower, then I would just take that order and put it through Order Pro. And and then it'll all get shipped to her, the one place. So there is a little bit of logistics and thinking it through. Yeah. But it could be that they don't buy for her, they're just buying, and then based on the sales, she gets free books. It could be as simple as that. And then it's just a normal transaction. So yeah, all kinds of ideas. What I love about Usborne is that our programs are pretty great in that we can look at them in all different ways and see how we can use them to our best advantage and to our hostess's best advantage, so something like that. See if you can figure it out, if you can get it all to work, all the pieces to work. Sometimes other people have thought it through already and you can get answers from them on how to do it exactly. So, yeah. So, okay, well, both of you guys look like Lee and Mandy, you look like you're in good shape. I know you've been out of town a lot. So have you been doing Facebook? Brittany, have you been doing Facebook parties?
I have.
Yeah. Good.
I had one last night. I have one tomorrow night.
Great.
And then I've got 6 booked for July.
Great. Wow.
And then the home party I keep postponing because I was supposed to do it last month, but I'm in Washington. So as soon as I get back, she'll be the first one on my books for the home show.
Nice. That'll be fun with the new titles, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the live party with the new titles is great.
She doesn't mind holding out because as soon as I told her, I was like, I'm going to get those new titles in. She's like, oh, I'll hold out.
That's great. Yeah, that's really fun. I love new titles and new catalog parties. They're really, everybody's pretty excited. Is this a friend that you can invite other past hostesses to her party?
Yeah, she actually attended a home party that one of her friends did.
Okay.
She's homeschooling, so she have a lot of those mamas there.
Yeah, because any of your past live hostesses, it'd be great for them to come. They might just come to a live party because of the new titles, Yeah. That'd be great. Okay, well, good. All right. Well, the big picture is to earn the trips. It is sales, of course, but recruiting really is a ticket to not having to do it all by yourself. And starting right away, don't wait. Just start pounding the numbers down, And if you consistently work between now and that time, you'll definitely at least earn it for 1, if not for 2 and 3 and more, depending on how many team members you'll be able to bring on to do it along with you. Especially if you get somebody that's really excited and they really are going for it and they want to work and they want to do it right alongside you, then it'll be easy to earn the trip. And then you'll take your husband and they'll love it and they'll say to you, oh, when's the next trip? How are we going to earn it? What's it going to be? So it is the one thing that really turned my husband around. He was not hard at the beginning. He was fine with the business, but I'd come home and the dishes were still on the dining room table and the kids were still up, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is awful. So after I took him out on the first trip, he was like really on board, and started doing what he needed to do while I was gone. Before it was sort of my little hobby, but the trip really wowed him. Yeah, it was great. We got to go to Paris for the first trip.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really nice.
That's quite an incentive there, Charlene.
I know. It was really great. So yes, I can say I'm a world traveler because of Usborne Books, all the different places we've been. And what's really funny is the hotels and the accommodations, everything is really top shelf. You know, they don't skimp at all. You're not staying in creepy little places or anything like that. It's really beautiful places and over the top expensive. So much so that you're afraid somebody's going to realize you really don't belong there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I got this. You know, it's really fun. So it's great. Yeah. So any questions? Does everybody have a plan of action? That's really important. A plan of action. You should get a picture of me or something and put it up so you can look at it. You know, you could even go to their website and plan an itinerary, what you'd like to do while you're there, something to work towards, you know, just to make it more real. And and then you just keep going. You consistently work every month. I wouldn't take any months off between now and January. You know, I would keep working. When is the next trip? We already know.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So for the new titles that are being released, I know some have been released already. The ones like in the catalog, will they all be released by Friday, or is there a specific date for sure? Because like last night I was trying to order some, and like the new Count to 100 isn't available yet.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to advertise to the parties I'm doing right now that something's available if it's not.
Yeah, that's smart. Don't do that. I know a lot of the titles are going to be available July 1, you know, so very, very soon.
Okay.
But as they come in, they'll make them available. In fact, after July, you'll see on Facebook the different list of books that are in, and people will start saying, oh, this is in, and getting all excited about it. And then from home office, they'll put out the different titles that are in. I would say probably by the end of July, they'll all be in, you know, every one of them. But yeah, they come in. They're literally shipped to us on a ship. So as they come in and get to the warehouses, they make them available to us. So we've had, in the past, they've had union workers, you know, go on strike and stuff, and our books are sitting on a ship in a harbor. And we can't get to them. It's really frustrating. So that has happened. So there are different things like that, but it doesn't sound like there's any trouble, that we don't see any trouble coming or anything. So they should all be in by the end of July.
Okay, thank you.
Yay. And you can just tell your friends, you know, coming soon. I'll let you know. Don't order tonight, but I'll let you know when it's in. So you can keep a list of who wants what, and then when it comes in, you can send them the link, and they can just go directly and buy it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you're going to do booths, I would suggest that if you got some extra cash, to buy some of the most popular ones that you want at the booth. You know, I bought a ton of All Better because that'll go out. I mean, everybody loves that book. Although the only thing we've got in our favor, that it was out last year, so it's not totally brand new, but it's a very cute book. I think that little doll, and what is it, Camellia? Camellia? Is that the name of the book? Anybody remember? That's gonna sell really well. The little book and the doll with the little girl on it. I know the Busy books sell really well at Christmas time. Busy Train, Busy Car, Busy Bug, you know, all those sell really well. Do we have Santa this year? Does anybody notice if we have Santa? I don't think it's in yet. We don't have it. Okay, we ran out of that pretty fast last year. It was a great book. So I always try to, if I have any extra cash, I try to buy some of the bestsellers and store them for the fall. So I have some of the really great ones when I do booths. Just a little trick, you know, because it's nice to be at a booth and sell the ones you love. But honestly, the books are so great. Sell what you have because they're all really good. You know, you don't have to worry about that too much. Does anybody have any questions about earning a trip? Do you feel excited? Do you feel like scared, or I can't do it, or anything like that? Because I probably thought everything you've ever thought about this stuff before. Anybody? When they first announced the trip, every year this happens to me. I'm like, yay, I can't do that. Oh, look at all those points. I can't do that. Well, but then that's my first thought. And then my second thought is, well, you've done it before, and so you probably can do that if you want to, So I have to kind of talk myself into not being freaked out about it. And then just to break it down and then just to work consistently at it. And recruiting is a big part of it. So that's if you feel like you're not really great at recruiting or you could be better at it, you might want to study up on it a little bit. You talk to people who are great recruiters and ask them for pointers, what they do, things like that. So
I will say this: when I first joined Usborne, not this past January, the January before, I saw the trip tracker, but I was kind of going at my own pace. I had some family things going on, but I kept paying attention to this tracker. And when I looked back on it this year, looking back on where I was last year, I had earned over half the points I needed just for one ticket.
Yeah.
So now, knowing what I know now and how much further I am with my parties and recruiting and everything, I feel a lot more. I feel
confident,
a lot better about.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, I think I was kind of amazed at how easy it was just to get more than half the points. If I had stayed consistent,
really even trying, right? And that was pre-Facebook parties, right?
That was pre-Facebook parties. That was pre all those videos.
Yes, right.
I was just winging it, to be honest
with
you.
And you did that much just winging it. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Wow. Yeah. So, it's amazing. You could, if you wanted to, you may not want to do this, but you could. This is a dog bothering me, not a child. You could do, 2 or 3 Facebook parties a week. You could. And then you'd probably earn that trip really fast, But you don't have to be totally crazy about it. You can work at your own pace. Just be consistent and maybe up what you're used to doing just a little more, and you'll be able to earn it. So, yeah. How do you feel about it, Mandy?
I think I just got to keep doing what I'm doing, and I would like to do a booth. I would like to try that. Is scheduled, and the childcare thing is, I know, going to be a challenge because it is an all day. And
yes, that is hard.
I know when school starts again with me homeschooling, my focus is going to be
right
a lot more torn than currently. It's like all I kind of do, I can get in my zone, and Guy works at the school, so when school's out, he's a lot more flexible.
Yeah, definitely.
I told Brittany that already, that I'm going for team leader, so it's like I want this July to make or break. I really got to push hard and make it happen before school starts. Otherwise, I'm going to lose.
That's a good idea. Yeah, and if you work really hard in July, you'll be really quite a ways towards the trip, so, and you can see how much more you want to do with homeschooling. Yeah, I homeschooled for a lot of years, and I discovered that I was highly scheduled. So I definitely did school when I was supposed to and focused on that, because you really do want to make a phone call or fudge the lines here and there, but then recess breaks out, right? And then it's really hard to get them back to the table and working again. So I finally got to the point where I got up early and I worked on my computer before anybody got up. And then when school started, I really stayed focused. We schooled from 8 to 12. And then the children would finish whatever they needed to after that. And then I would work a little bit. So that seemed to work out pretty well. But it was a focus for sure, definitely.
And
go ahead.
And I think, Mandy, by the fall, you will have a good routine down. So you'll be able to see where you can tweak just a little bit to accommodate some more stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I think you'll find that it's an easier transition to shift a little bit of the momentum.
Right. And I have to say, the post my party, I've done that for the last month, and that is a huge.
Isn't that great?
Answer to
You like that?
sanity.
No kidding. Yeah, no kidding.
It takes so much work and effort out. I was at a ball game the other night when the party started, and I was able to, I brought my laptop, but to just kind of, I was tethering off my phone, and it was already scheduled, but I just, was able to comment, and it was just, I wasn't stressing.
Yeah.
Well, I was still able to work it through.
Yeah. I know people who do their whole parties on their phone because most of it's done by Post My Party. Do you do it on your phone too?
Because being here in Washington, it's just Zoe and I, and my grandparents, but I'm here helping my grandparents, so I can't expect them to watch her while I do my parties and stuff.
Exactly.
So I have it set up all on my phone, where I can do a quick copy and paste. Yeah. I'm fine. The minute I get on my laptop, Zoe's not too.
Yeah, she notices that more.
Huh? She does. We watch, she calls it the zoo on my laptop, but it's explore.org where they have live webcams from all around the world, different animal sanctuaries. So when I pull out the laptop, she's immediately like, zoo. I'm like,
oh. Toy. Yeah, definitely.
But if I have my phone out, as long as I'm not talking on the phone, if I just put my phone out, it doesn't bother me.
That's amazing. That's really
I've been doing all of my parties, probably 2 parties a week.
Wow.
At least 1 party a week, but mostly 2 parties a week since I've been here.
Yeah.
Then it's been almost 2 months. So it's definitely possible.
Isn't that amazing that you can take your job with you wherever you go? Isn't that
right? Nobody, my family, Vanya, he was all like, I don't know, that's a lot to take on. I'm like, well, I'm going to do it. Watch me do it.
Yeah.
And, I'm doing it. So,
yeah, you are. That's so great. Yeah.
It's not that hard. I mean, you really can take this business anywhere.
Yeah, you could. Right. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I love that. My old phone was so bad that I never could figure out how people would do a show on their phone. Oh my gosh. But the new phone is so great. Such a world of difference. I'm like, oh yeah, I could do one on this.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. That's really great. Yeah, so Mandy, you'll adjust. Keep your priorities straight, make what's important, and then the rest will fall into place with this. So, and one of the supervisor, our team, we used to be called supervisors, so every once in a while it comes out of my mouth instead of team leader. But a friend of mine who has done this business as long as I have says that it's like your business is like one of your children. You have to, every child gets paid attention to every day, and it's not like, oh, this is Monday, it's not your day, we're not going to talk to you, So you just touch your business like that every day a little bit, and you'll be fine. Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. How exciting. Okay. Any more questions at all? Anybody? Any fears? Because I've probably already felt it. If you got any fears? So we're all going to earn the trip to Disney then. That sounds great. We can go down there and relax. And you don't relax at Disney.
I have a question, Charlene. I know this is a constant struggle for me, even as long as I've been doing these Facebook parties. Every once in a while, you just come across a party where people are interested, but they're just not wanting to order. I had 3 parties this month where I actually got 3 bookings from it, but hardly any sales. Like they didn't want to order; they wanted to wait till they hosted their own party. So how do you turn that a little bit? How do you do that?
Yeah. I usually encourage the individuals, if they decided to book with me, I'll tell them, why don't you go ahead and place a small, an order with your hostess, because she went ahead and had this party. So, it's just go ahead, and then you can get the bulk of whatever else you want at your own party, So I kind of bring that up, that it's sort of her obligation to go and buy something at this party and not just drop it. I actually did a homeschooling party once, and it was a nice turnout. This hostess worked really hard, and there are all these people there. They all booked, and nobody bought anything. I just stood there like I didn't really know what to do with all that. So I added some things to it and helped her out, so she got free books, and I had a lot of bookings for sure. But sometimes I even post that, it's like, even if you're booking tonight, go ahead and place an order and have a few titles to show your friends, the favorites that you want to get to show your friends before your party even happens, something like that. Just an idea to let them know. But that is hard. And if it does happen and the hostess doesn't get anything, I do my best to make sure she gets something, get some free books or whatever. I try to give her something. So, because she worked and she should get some stuff. So yeah, but that is hard. Have you anybody done a video for Pretend Hostess yet? Has anybody done Pretend Hostess before? Have you done? You have? Yeah, good. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's a great visual. Yeah. And I was thinking, I haven't done this yet, but I have it on my list of things I want to do when I get a spare moment. But I want to either do it in graphics and in video, so you can use it for both. If you can't use it in video, you can have one picture that has, 2 titles stacked, and then 3, then 4 till you've got your large stack going there. I think it's such a great visual that we should do that at the parties to help with booking and things like that. So, okay, well, anything else, anybody? I don't want to keep you on any longer than you need to. By the way, if you feel you need an encouragement or something about booking, why don't we all kind of keep going together, and posting, when you get another party, and let's write down how many parties we're having and encourage each other in that way, because it's really fun when you're working with somebody and you're all going for the same trip, so that'd be fun. That'd be fun for me to be a part of it too. So yeah, okay. Alrighty, well, any questions or anything like that before I close down the recording? No? Brittany, you wanted me to talk a little bit about convention, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Anything, any kind of good takeaways from convention? And then, because we have so many new teammates, the key dates for their incentive period. The key deadline dates.
The key dates for the,
Yeah, the key dates. So, Mandy stayed on top of it. Mandy has won herself all of them.
Yeah.
All of the awards possible in the incentive period.
That's really great. Congrats. That is so good. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, well, I guess, and I can go ahead and mention on it that there are the cutoff times, right? So when you're in your incentive period, it's 10 a.m.
Oh, yes.
The day before the last day of the last day of the month. 10 a.m. Yeah. Whereas for anybody out of their incentive period, it's midnight, right, on the last day.
I'm not sure that. I think it's, yeah, we should check that. I think it's 10 a.m. for everybody.
All across the board? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's midnight that night for recruits to get the kit. Yeah, I think that's probably what you heard that. Okay. But it's 10 a.m. Central Time, the last day of your incentive period, or the last day of the month if you're going for something that's within that month. Yeah, so
like office challenge.
Yeah, do yourself a favor and just get it done the day before, because inevitably something goes wrong. The order doesn't go through. All of a sudden your computer freezes or something like that. So always try to do it the day before. I always schedule it to close everything the day before it's supposed to happen. Then if something goes wrong, you have some time to fix it.
And know that all your order pro orders have to be closed out to get those double rewards.
Yes. Yes. Right. Yes.
So
your order.
You have an order open within your incentive period if it's not closed out within your incentive period.
Exactly. Yes. Right. If you're in your incentive period, everything has to be finished to get it. You can't push it over outside of it. You won't get the double rewards. Yeah, stay within your incentive period. Definitely.
I have a question. If somebody doesn't get their first Success Kit, are they eligible to go try for Success Kit 2?
No. If they didn't get their first Success Kit, that means they're out of their incentive period, right?
So like, I know for myself, I was like 100 and something shy the very first deadline for that first.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Which I bought myself just for some inventory for myself, just to bump me over to get the Success Kit.
Right.
But I wasn't sure if I was thinking if I didn't get Success Kit 1, I'll lose out on trying for the next month for Success Kit 2 or Success Kit, or the 3, the $100 book credit, and I wanted to not lose
Yes.
for the next time, even if I was a little shy the first time. If that ever comes up again for a teammate, and they if they don't get Success Kit 1 and they don't earn that one, are they able to try for Success Kit 2 with their, if they get the 2 recruits and they get the,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. So you're kind of looking at it a little differently. You have an incentive period. It's 12 weeks, right? And within that time, before that is over, you have the opportunity, if you sell 1,500 in sales, you get Success Kit 1. If you go on and do the next amount, I have it here somewhere.
500.
I usually have it right in front of me. Then you get a recruit with the next one. Then you get Success Kit 2. So it's one level at a time. Once you earn that, then you go and earn the next amount to the next level, and then the next to the next, and so on. And sometimes the levels have recruits that go along with them. However far you get on those levels within your incentive period is what you get. So you'd have to finish up doing 1 before you could go to 2, before you could go to 3, before you could go to 4. Probably what confused you on that is you also have your first 30 days. Yeah. So in your first 30 days, if you do that first level, you also get half your kit refunded.
which I did that. That's probably what I was thinking.
That's probably what you're thinking. Yes.
Okay.
So your first incentive is your 30 days within your first 12 weeks, and then you have all the 12 weeks to get Success Kit 1, Success 2, and so on down the road.
That's what it was. I knew there was a deadline. It seemed like after the first month, and I was like, I was so close, which I did. I ended up just bumping myself and got the.
Yeah, you got it. Good. So you got half your kit back, huh? Great. That's good. That's money in your pocket. I call it free money. It's why not? Why not get free money? Just for doing your job. That's what I love about Usborne. And if you earn this trip, more than likely you're going to earn a home office challenges every month. So you get free stuff.
Community you did.
Yeah.
For your first 3 months, you have won home office challenge every month that you've been with the company.
That's neat. That's really neat.
I have.
I'm almost positive.
How do I get those? What do they?
You'll get an email. Yep, you'll get an email that says it's available in your back or in your Order Pro.
Yes.
So you could tag it onto an existing order that you have. That way you don't have to pay shipping for it. And it's underneath the drop down. So when you click for your host rewards, there'll be another section in there that says Home Office Challenge Award, and you just add it to your order there. And look on it now. I think yours is available now.
Okay, because I saw a $25 home office award. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, that's for everybody you sponsor in during your incentive period. You got $25 in free books.
Okay, because I was thinking there was like some plastic cups and like maybe a tray.
There's Home Office Challenge 1, which is you get a free book with that one. And then there's Home Office Challenge 2, which has a recruit that is a requirement, a sales number and a recruit. And with that, you get logo wear. Like I know this month it's a chair, a fold-up chair.
A camping chair, yeah.
Camping chair. And then cups. I believe the other thing is cups that go along with it.
Yeah, it's the ceramic. It was a ceramic coffee mug.
Oh, yeah, ceramic.
And last month was the 2 branded cups.
Cups, okay, yeah.
And then the tray, that's what you're thinking of me. The tray was Home Office Challenge 2.
Okay, so if I've not received an email yet for any of those from April's when I joined on, so should I have received something by now?
April's March or April just came in.
Oh, it just came in. So they
were waiting for the branded to be delivered.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so free stuff.
Check your Order Pro, Mandy.
Okay.
We'll get it figured out.
Yeah, to see how much you got. So so it's fun. You get fun stuff all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I plan on doing as part of my challenge to earn this trip, is just to make sure that I always make Home Office Challenge
1, right.
Like that's my base. Like that's what I'm starting with. I'm always going to sell 1,000.
Yeah.
And then move on from there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm also for Home Office Challenge 2, but I'll just make sure 1 is always a priority. Like,
Mhm.
get that
Yeah.
one on the.
Definitely. Home Office Challenge 2 is great to earn because that means you're selling a certain amount, and you're also sponsoring in at least one person every month.
Yeah.
Which that's a really nice, calm way to build a team, you know. And then you have a whole month to get that person trained before you sponsor the next one in. So you're not, you know, this person, that person, anything like that. I mean, if you get them, take them, don't turn them down. But you have to wait till next month, you know. But yeah, so Home Office Challenge 2 is nice, and then you get lots of stuff with it every month. So.
And then know that we'll also have the new consultant training events back up. So there'll always be some kind of
training, right? Training. And we are currently just for future, we're currently working on redoing it, and we'll keep running that one that's there until we get it all finished and stuff. Some of the videos need to be updated a little bit and different things, so we're working on that. There's a team of team leaders, and Brittany's a part of it, and we're all working on it to update it and freshen it. So it'll be great. It'll be like Post My Party. It'll be really easy, and it'll do the work for us. You know what I mean? So you won't have to. Training won't be very difficult. You know, it'll be easy. So yeah, very exciting, and we hope to have that done pretty soon, you know, not too much longer, not way too long on it. So yeah. Okay, well, good job. Any other questions, anybody? Oh, convention, I keep forgetting it. It was really great. What my takeaways from it was that we're really an incredible company, and I heard that from the head of our department in London. There, 2 people came. Peter Usman wasn't able to come this year because he had surgery. And so his daughter came, loved her. She was really neat. And they're totally amazed and totally impressed with us here in the United States. And that's not always been the case, you know. But they're just thrilled with us and what we're doing. I did that. Hold on. And so that was neat. But what we've done in the last year is truly amazing, and we are literally the talk of the publishing world. Usborne Books is, because we're the fastest we are the fastest growing publisher in children's books in the world. I think that's pretty amazing. Yeah. So that was exciting to see that big picture, because, you know, we're all bogged down in all the details of sales and shipping and all that, but we're really the talk of the world. So it's kind of exciting. And the more that we stand out and shine, the more opportunities we get. Some pretty cool books. People want to publish their book through us with Kane Miller. You know, so that's more than likely we'll have the pick of whatever we want when they go to choose titles and things like that. So that's exciting. So that's an advantage, you know. Also, the big thing that I took away from it was that we truly are now able to grow and to grow really fast. Now, I've been with the company for a long time, and typically it would take a person a few years to go from team leader all the way to director. You know, move up to build a team that quickly. And a director needs at least 6 first-line team leaders, and then they need team leaders in every other line below them. So they'll need a team that they've promoted people out, and those people have promoted out, and so on and so forth. So it used to take a few years to get to that level, but we now see that people are doing it in 4 months. 5 months, incredible amount of time, and mainly because of Facebook, you know, because it's so easy to have a party, and it's so easy for somebody to say, I want to do this too. So recruiting has really jumped, and as well as people promoting out. So that, I think that's very exciting these team leaders, these directors are making, you know, within that short amount of time, making 6 figures. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. So, another takeaway for me, our team is almost did 5 million last year. Our team. Wow. It was 4918 something. You know, so close to 5 million. So I'm a rounder upper. I round everything up. So, but I thought that was pretty cool. Last year we did 2 million. So we jumped 3 million. That's exciting. That's big team look, but that's exciting for me. But yeah, so we saw just a ton of very excited people willing to go out there and work and to build something for themselves, and finding it really easy to do because of the books and the opportunity that's out there. So I can't even imagine what next year is going to look like. There were 1,000 people at convention. I don't even know. We're talking maybe 2,000, maybe 3,000, maybe 5. You know, because we should exponentially jump, just keep growing and stuff like that. Hopefully, all our pick lines in place will keep up with us this year. Mm-hmm. We'll have a really smooth year. You know, you guys are all growing. It'll be great. Yeah, but and then also with growth comes, you know, opportunity, but also some trials. So the people who hang in there and stick around are the ones that benefit from it in the long run, because we will fix all this shipping problem. It will get fixed, and then you'll be placed and ready to go, and definitely become a team leader as quickly as you can. You know, get yourself in place to start growing with everybody.
Well, I was going to say, on the same lines as that, Charlene, like I read something that came across the leaders board, and I'll just go ahead and share it with you guys. That they were kind of concerned, you know, with the shipping and everything, but she got this message from her downline that said that one of her friends had just gotten her books in, they loved it and everything else, but they had also just gotten in their order from Scholastic, and they had waited 4 months to get that order in. So
that makes 4 weeks sound great.
Right. So, and this was a daycare. That's what it was. The daycare had done 2 book fairs, one with Usborne, one with Scholastic. And they were so much more, and regardless, the point is that everybody has some problems with shipping somewhere along the line because of some kind of growth, something else out of our control.
Yes.
The point is, the product is great. The customers are still going to be there as long as we let them know it really is worth the wait. They really are great books.
Yeah, it is. And this whole little stuff we went through will be a blip on the screen, and it'll be behind us, and we'll all wear t-shirts that say I survived 2016.
Yeah.
Shipping dilemma for 2016, you know, something like that. So yeah, this will, and so we're all ready and poised, and as the company grows, you'll grow as well. Just, you know, stay up with it, keep recruiting, keep building your team, and look for something really pretty exciting this year, I think. I'm pretty excited about it. So, yeah. So I really enjoyed convention. I wasn't sure I was going to because it sounded so big, and I'm used to smaller ones, you know. But it was great. It moved really well. They did a great job with it. The seating was kind of fun. It was more in an arena, you know, more than in smaller rooms, but it still was great. You could see really well. They set it up really well, and I thought it went great. And I think next year is going to be even better and very much more exciting. So you should all come with me next year. We'll drive.
I plan on it. I know Mandy plans on it.
Yep, definitely. And
Leanne, you need to plan on it too. You got to be there.
Yeah.
I'll try.
All right.
It's only in Tulsa, or it's only in Tulsa too. We can make it a road trip.
I know, it's a little 6-hour trip. It's fun. It's one road all the way there. One road, just about. Yeah, it's really kind of fun. I actually look forward to it, especially on the way home, because then I have 6 hours to think about everything, you know, and to sort it all out before I get home. It's really
That's a nice long meditation period.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of reflecting. I like that.
It is, and it's great because you plan. You're like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to plan this, and it's really kind of fun on the way home. So yeah, those were my big takeaways. That we're really into something pretty special, and we can't forget that we're also. I loved your line you said in the video, Brittany, about we are doing something with literacy.
Battling illiteracy with.
Yes, I love the way you said that. Battling illiteracy. That's great, because we are. That's what we're doing. Making books important, and the opportunities, like you thought at book drives. How great book drives are, Mandy, and it's great ways to give back to the community as well as to help your family and build a team and build a business. So it's very exciting.
Yep.
Win-win-win. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's so many organizations out there for children that are looking for fundraising opportunities like this. There's a lot of kids out there who would never be able to have these books in their hands that we can get them to. In December for Christmas, I did a fundraiser for Sweet Celebrations, which is in St. Louis. It's a local mama who put together this nonprofit who sets up birthday parties for homeless children, essentially.
Wow.
Works with 3 homeless shelters in the area, and she just goes around and she takes donations. And I was able to do a book drive fundraiser for her, where I donated like $150 worth of books to her that they wrapped up. And the night before Christmas, all night long with a team of 7 other people, they went around to these different homeless shelters, set up the Christmas tree, put the packages underneath there, and had Christmas waiting for them in the morning.
That's so neat. That's really neat. Yeah, there's a shelter called Sunshine Mission here in St. Louis. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but they have at least 200 children come through every year. In their shelter. So I've been helping them build a library, so they have something nice. They tutor the kids and different things like that. So that's really great. Yeah, there's so many opportunities out there. We haven't even thought of them all. You know, we just need to brainstorm and then call them and see if they're interested.
You could do it all. I mean, you just gotta find what your niche is and where your passion, where your interest is, and anything is possible, really. And Christy that had just joined, she found her niche with the book clubs.
Yes, right.
I had been wanting to do a book, some kind of monthly subscription, and so I posted to her about the book club. She's like, "That's it. She's already got it." I mean, she spent less than 24 hours on it, and she's already got, I think, like 10 participants.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's what I love about Usborne. If you can think of it and you figure it out, the details, you can do it. You're free to do it. Nobody's holding you back. Yep. Here's something I thought of that I think is really cool. They're going to make available to us for low-income schools, low-price books, like under $5 books. Isn't that cool? Because, a lot of times you'll do a school that even $5 is hard for the children to come up with, So I actually have one that I'm going to be doing this fall that they wanted books less than $5. I'm like, I can do a $5 book fair. And they're like, well, we kind of need it less than that. And I'm like, okay. So I bought a bunch of books from the bargain bookstore. I got a bunch of those packs of sticker books, you know what I'm talking about? So I got them for 25%. And then I'm going to sell them individually for, I can sell them for $1.50, $2, something like that. So, but the company's actually going to make books available to us too for book fairs and things like that. I think that's really exciting. Yeah, that'll be great. So, so I think there's lots of neat things. And by the way, I don't even want to think about it yet, but the new system will come out someday, and I think that'll be great. I hope they get through the shipping part first.
Right.
In case something goes wrong, Maybe we should even get through the fall selling season. I don't know.
Exactly.
But it'll be an amazing program. I've heard a lot about it, and they even say they're going to offer us some form of a device like the Square, for a really great price. It's exciting. I think that's exciting too. So anyway, I'm sure there's more details that I just, it'll come to me and I'm like, I should have told them that. So anyway. All right. Well, we've been on for an hour, so I guess I'll let you guys go. But thanks for coming. You guys are a great group. You really are. Brittany, anything else before I go?
Nope. I think that's it. Thank you, ladies.
Okay. See you guys later. And I'll get this up and post it later. Since it takes a little bit to get through YouTube and stuff. So, all righty. Thank you. You guys have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
Good night, Leah.